The third remote duel invitation. Yeah, it'd be the third, right? Because Europe's had one. America's had one at this point. But is it the third, right? So the third remote duel invitational has come to a close. And Konami looks like they've gotten this down. Right? They finally look like they figured out the formula. And I'm not going to lie. This was actually a really good show to watch. Even though a lot of people are like, well, I hate remote duels. Get over it. Alright, like, be happy we get to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. Let's dig on into this beautiful discussion of how Lithium took the metagame by storm, shall we? Everybody give it up for Lithium. This man came in with his signature Monarch deck and went boop, boop, boop. I don't know if people... I feel like people really prepared for this. Now, disclaimer aside, just win the dice roll 5-head and you'll be good, right? Like, that's... I think there was one matchup where Lithium had to actually grind out, what was it, Dinosaur? To advance on, but watching Monarchs throughout this invitational was actually a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm very happy to see that Lithium did so well with the deck, and I'm actually happy that we got a chance to see Monarchs doing so well at this event. So, what happened at the invitational? So first up, Dragon Link, crazy representation, alright? Like, I don't know what more to tell you other than, yup, Dragon Link is by far, you can argue this all you want, Dragon Link is by far the best deck. And I've already read like 3 comments today. It's like, Konami going to make the next ban list based on this invitational. You know, bye Pantheism, we just got you back. Thanks, Lithium. Gosh dang it. And somebody else was like, well, this should solidify Dragon Link getting the nail on the coffin, right? Next list. Now, Konami passive in the past has not based list off of the remote duels. I mean, we had, what, Eldritch and Emancipator running around for months, and we didn't do anything with that. So, I calmed down with that talk. Alright, but this remote duel went to go show a couple things. It went to go show that Monarchs are here. Alright, they're not a tier 1 deck. I would say they're like bottom tier 2. But you guys have to understand that, you know, same thing we're trying to do with stun here. Alright, go first. Valsadina Pachycephalo, really good card. Floodgate monsters are absurd right now. Alright, and once again, if you can win the dice roll and put these powerful monsters on the field, it's the exact same thing. Lithium basically went ahead and solidified the theory that I was talking about here, that you can establish ignorant Floodgate monster, and you're able to push that board and establish easy, alright? So, I'm glad that another person sees this theory out there and understands that, hey, establish Floodgate, you win. But once again, it's that dice roll mentality here. Like, do you guys really... having to roll one of these to determine who is winning the game right now. You know, we've joked about dice roll formats in the past, and we've talked about how aggressive they are, but this goes to show it. Now, we'll talk about Lithium's list here in a second, but I also want to give a shout out here to Dragon Link. Holy crap. Watching this deck take these huge 10-minute turns, watching these aggressive approaches being made with this deck, it's actually painful to watch this deck play. Alright, it's like, well, hey, I can play through multiple hand traps. What you gonna do about it? There was a lot of hand ripping I watched this weekend too. I mean, Dragon Link isn't the only bad culprit in the room. Looking at you, Infernal Knight. Alright, but these are all things that we've talked about already. Like, we ignorantly understand that at the end of the day, Smoke Grenade is a horribly imbalanced card. Wow, really funny that it took Vylon Cube for players to look at Smoke Grenade and go, this is broken. And then you have the other side of the equation, it's like, ooh, Synchro Engine, broken. You know, I'm kind of at that point right now, it's like, man, if we leave Link Cross, do we just ban Borreload Savage? Like, even though there's like 30 other things we could replace it with, but is that the point we're getting to in the game now? I don't know, but if anything, Smoke Grenade, Link Cross, bye-bye. See you next time. Even though, you know, Holly Fiber should probably be the one to go, but it is what it is at this stage. So, I want to talk about Lithium's list. I'm going to leave a link down below for the original deck profile from Lithium. That way you guys can get the chance to hear his opinions on the deck. But Lithium's list was actually very solid. I've been kind of reading up on what people are thinking about Monarchs. A lot of people were talking about that Eidos weren't that good because of hand traps, but actually it's kind of the exact opposite right now. They're actually really good right now because nobody's Imperm is like the big hand trap right now. But when you look at how the rest of the format is developing, like Gamma's the only other big hand trap right now. I guess Nibiru doesn't do anything to Monarchs. I mean, you ramp it up to 3 summons, and that's the best you get there. But at the end of the day, this list was very well constructed. I liked a lot of his card choices that he talked about. The one Karaz is fine. I mean, we're not playing Extra Deck Monarch right now, but poor Brilliant Fusion. I miss EDM. But Extra Deck Monarch was really a fun thing. But honestly, you slap a Vanity Fiend on the field with a Domain sitting next to it, even if your opponent has the Imperm, you're going to town. Alright? Spell and Trap Destruction, I mean, Cosmics are kind of falling out of the format right now because Eldritch is taking a back seat right now. We were only playing Cosmics to beat Eldritch, and if Dragon Link is the best deck right now, then that means less spells and traps in the format, which means people are pushing it to the side. I mean, yeah, you have Feather Duster and Lightning Storm, which are very good cards, but a Vanity 17 is backed with a Domain is, I mean, you turn off the Domain by killing it, but they got a March face up. Literally, like, the ultimate 3-card combo is March plus Vanity's Fiend plus Domain. It's like, this is me walking away for the day, alright? So, if you can open up that combination of cards, you're good. Outside of that, his deck is probably, I want to say, standard. The double red layer, being able to be a special summon tribute fodder, was also something else that the deck really needed. And I'm glad to see that he took advantage of that. So once again, like I said, I'll leave a link down below to Lithium's list. Monarch Storm 4th. Honestly, if we got anything out of this, it's people look at this deck and they're like, it's just Monarchs. There's not a problem that we need to deal with this today. But at the end of the day, it's like Monarch Storm 4th is a hell of a card, guys. Like, being able to tribute off the opponent's monster and then roll on into your own Monarch and then special summon another Monarch while dropping a trap into the graveyard for future uses while getting a pop and draws to draw into other hand traps if you're boarding them in. Seems really good. Then the other list I want to talk about today was Herman Hansen's list. He was actually playing a essentially Dragonmaid deck, and this was really cool. Lund sent me this, and I was like, Dragonmaids, really. So the cool thing with Dragonmaids is they kind of feel like Dragon Link in a way. You do get a lot of cool access to a lot of the similar cards that they do. Also, I mean, it's remote dual invitational, so I mean, at the end of the day, like, people kind of wanted to play some fun decks. But this reminds me a little bit of what we were trying to do. And the variant we were trying to play months ago, we were trying to play it as a stun concept. I do see Ice Dragon Prisons in here for popping off those Dragoons. I also see that we, outing cards. Correction. I see plenty of hand traps to out the format here. World Legacy Guard Dragons for Reborning. So, outside of that, I think that this deck looks very solid. If you're looking to have a little bit of fun with the Dragonmaids, Herman's list right now will probably be one of the best things that you'll want to try. It seems really good. In terms of ratios and things like that. Also, Rhythm D is a very good card in this deck. Yay, extenders! So, outside of these two lists kind of catching my attention, Dragon Link ended up winning the event. Shouldn't surprise anybody that the deck ended up winning. I mean, it is that absurd in today's metagame. And if anything, Konami will get the chance to use this as a milestone for the format to see how things are going. I honestly, like I said, I'm very happy to see that Monarchs did so well once again. Give it up for Lithium, everybody. I'm happy that we got to see some success in that. It almost makes me want to play the deck again. Alright, like, I already want to play Striker and I already want to play Stun right now. Now, to make me want to go in and grab Monarchs, I haven't wanted to play this many, like, roguish decks in a while. And I mean, it's not that I'm not having fun with Invoked Dogmatica or anything, it's just so many cool options available at this point in time that being outside of Dragon Link, I mean, don't let one deck ruin your tournament experience. So, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the event. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace.